Hello everyone, this is Easy Mode's Ragey Poo, and I'm going to be bringing you another Marine Arena Masters! In the bottom left-hand corner, we have TryHrd's Relic, and ImNotGrayson. Top left-hand corner, we have IsIrI's SeexySauce, and HotSauce. Top right side, we have AdolphCaesar from IsIrI, and FVCKIN's Bluesky, and bottom right, we have Ice and Mastermind from TryHrd. Here we go! And Relic deciding to go Stalkers. I think he saw Hi-Ho using those Stalkers to great effect. Deciding to go Stalkers, I think, is a good idea. And Grayson deciding to go with Marauder with an early Ghost. Top left-hand side going Sharpshooter. With HotSauce deciding to go with Marauder. And we have the Infestor coming out from HotSauce. Early Corruption already from AdolphCaesar deciding to go Corruptor with a Ghost. And that's going to be really devastating against that Infestor if not careful. And both top right deciding to go with Sharpshooter, and Bluesky starting off with a Reaper. Bottom right side, we have the Tassadar for Mastermind, and I've seen his Tassadar before. It's pretty damn good. And Ice deciding to go with the Hydralisk opening. And we'll see if he decides to go with that air play like we saw in the previous game. Raven also from Bluesky. I love early Raven. And even though it's so good, I hate playing against it, but it really is a good thing to have. And a Ghost coming from, let's see, Grayson. I think I already announced it before, but I wasn't sure if there was two Ghosts on the field. So here we go. That Ghost is gearing up to possibly do some damage to Mastermind. Relic's units are doing so much to Mastermind actually already. And Ice coming in, he could possibly do the Corruption. He has the ability to do it. And Bluesky saying, oops, I was AFK. Big Fungal going down on AdolphCaesar, and Contamination going, or Corruption going down on the units of HotSauce. He did lose quite a few units there, just from the Sharpshooters alone, and even the Raven getting a little bit low, but that Fungal did a lot of damage. And coming around from the bottom side is SeexySauce trying to get Bluesky's units. I think Bluesky has a bigger unit though, bigger unit supply, and SeexySauce, oh no, getting trapped. Is he really trapped, though? I mean, there's actually a good concave coming up from HotSauce and SeexySauce. Even the Fungal's going down. Noah's actually a leech to get rid of some of that Ghost's energy. Didn't really do a whole lot, though. I'm surprised it wasn't a little bit more effective. And I'm so happy that now I can finally see invisible units. That's going to be really helpful. Uh-oh, Ice Corruptor was kind of overextending itself. Doing a Corruption down on Relic's units. Meanwhile, there is still back and forth going on from Grayson and HotSauce. And even Ice deciding to come in. Oh no, Grayson could have overextended himself. And we saw the same thing happen last game. Mastermind pushing into the base. Relic pushing back. And it is going to push Ice out. And coming up from the top right side, Bluesky. Guardian Shield going down from Ice. And there is enough energy on Raven to do a Seeker Missile. We'll see who he decides to connect with. Ice and Mastermind still being very aggressive. Bottom left-hand side. In fact, even the Tassadar is coming around. Is he going to decide to do a Storm? He does. He chooses to do it on the Stalker, and I don't think that was the correct choice. He should have done it on the Marines, and there was an EMP coming down from Grayson's Ghost. It did connect with the Tassadar, and look at this. A Fungal going down on Ice's units. All of his Marines are going to die. And, wow, Grayson almost losing his Ghost there. So I did make myself some tea, guys. You're going to hear me drink it periodically, but it's still super hot, so I'm not going to be drinking it. And oh no, the Infestor getting a little bit low on hit points, but he does decide to back out. And Ice trying to get the surround on Bluesky. His Reapers could be in big trouble. We do see the Flashbang going down on the units, but they're doing so much damage. And oh, the Force Field going down. That was beautiful play. Ice able to pick off both of those Reapers, and Bluesky is going to be really angry about that, but he did pick off quite a bit of unit supply, putting him at, I mean, he's at 1,032, so not bad. Ice currently in the lead, though, with those pickoffs, and Relic with the great micro able to come in and takes control of center. SeexySauce is coming around the backside, though, and that Infestor is gearing up to do a Fungal, and there he goes. The Fungal goes down, and Relic is losing a lot of unit supply here. Oh no, he's got surround from AdolphCaesar and SeexySauce, and losing so much. He's going to be down to 186 supply. And still aggressive, though, Grayson and Relic. The Fungal's going down, and oh no, the Infestor with a little bit of bad micro there. He could be lagging just a tiny bit. He did overextend himself, almost lost it, but he was able to survive. And speaking of surviving, the Tassadar with really low hit points here He does have his energy back. Will he be able to heal from middle? It's only at 30 energy so far, so he is going to have to wait. Will he be able to hold that down in time? Beautiful corruption going on AdolphCaesar's units. 2 storms go down. They do connect. And is he able to kill anything, though? No, his energy is really low. He was mostly just able to damage. Not really, I mean, he did a little bit of harm, but not able to finish it. And SeexySauce with a beautiful supply right now. I mean, he's double the supply of Grayson and Relic. Almost matching it from both of them combined. And that is going to be enough to hold middle. And that's going to be perfect. Now SeexySauce will be able to capitalize. And we saw him last game doing really well with those destroyers. He played incredible. It was just unfortunate that that his teammate had the hero, and it was too focused and unable to do anything there. And we do have the scan going down. The snipe does go off on HotSauce, but not enough to kill it, and actually the ghost does go down. And the beacon did use its energy to heal. Who did it heal, though? I didn't see who it healed. And Bluesky saying, good game for tank. Was there a tank out on the field? Oh, there it is. And I think Bluesky is saying, I got a tank, so GG. And there he goes. He's putting it right up there, so right up there on the ramp, so he can get it close enough to fight the center. Possibly trying to vie for position here. And Mastermind, ooh, a great storm going down on AdolphCaesar's units. In fact, the ghost is really low. And what? Did he lose that Tassadar? I think he did. And AdolphCaesar was able to snipe it right at the very last second, bringing his score up to 1925. And maybe it was that tank that possibly dealt the last blow enough to where AdolphCaesar would be able to pick it off. I don't even know if he sniped. I didn't hear it. We do have the Raven still in play, and all these units are so very low. All the heroes, anyway, they need to be healed. SeexySauce fighting against Relic. I think Relic is actually in a bad position because SeexySauce does have a little bit more points, and he has Blink. I think SeexySauce is going to win this engagement if he has the proper Blink micro, especially on the high ground like this. And Relic trying to blink in to do some damage on SeexySauce. It's actually very effective. And there was a corruption going down on the Infestor. A lot of HotSauce's units are corrupted right now. He is going to back out 4 now, but I think overall they did really great against Relic and Grayson. Looking at the scores, HotSauce and SeexySauce are, yes, indeed, in the lead for now. And I'm curious to see what the Infestor is at. Currently level 3, and oh no, great fungals down on Bluesky. Even a big Blinken able to take out the Raven, and that was gorgeous play. I love it. I want to see more of it. That was just incredible. The Sauce is able to just take control of this game, and Bluesky saying GG early. I think he's just playing, but hopefully not. I don't want to see a rage quit. That's going to be some bad manners to rage quit right in the middle of a game. Ice trying to push forward in his position, and you know what? I swear, I want to see some Marauders come out for HotSauce. We didn't see them last game. I want to see them this game. And Infestor did get a little bit of feedback from the Tassadar. In fact, right before it lost energy, it did a leech, able to get rid of Mastermind's mana as well, or energy. And yeah, I think Bluesky was just saying GG because he lost some of his units. And Immortal's coming out with 2 attack already. Those are big attack ups for AdolphCaesar with his powerful 2,152 point second place lead. HotSauce, though, currently in front. And, you know, with him going pure Fester, I think, oh no, it could be another mistake. But at least Fester is better than Odin, guys. I mean, Odin just doesn't do well late game. So possibly going all in Fester will prove to work this time. And oh man, those Immortals just going to town on Mastermind's units. Meanwhile, there is a lot of back and forth going on from Grayson at the tower. Big fungals going down on Grayson's units, and I think the Sauces might not be able to hold this tower unless Relic can get in. There is a little bit of a Blink Micro from Relic. Blink Micro, sorry, and the Sauces do finally get that tower. It is going to force Relic back, and I hope that Grayson goes Marauder too. Something. No, instead decides to go Race. Actually, what am I saying? I don't even care about the Marauder. I want to see those Race. Those Race are awesome to see. And more than likely, we're going to see Ice switch it up to Air as well. Let's see if he is going for it. There he goes. Whoa, double Wraith. And that's going to be interesting. So Grayson does have the race first, which means technically he will have a higher supply. But Ice is at 2,522 right now. So with the higher points, with possibly better upgrades, Ice may be able to take it as far as Wraith versus Wraith. So we'll just see what it comes down to. It could be micro. Hopefully the armies will supplement themselves with some Ravens, like we've seen before. Ravens not as effective, though, against Wraiths. They would be very effective against the Mutas. But with Race Evasion, they actually do very well. Relic coming up from the backside against SeexySauce. SeexySauce has to control the middle, and HotSauce pushing top right back, and there we go. They were able to push the enemies out, so that way they didn't get surrounded. I think they were a little bit afraid of the Infestor, and I don't blame them. What level is that Infestor currently? He was level 3 last time. He is level 3 right now. Could see a level 4 pop out pretty soon. And I just want to look at the production tab. Here we go. So we have HotSauce deciding to go out with Goliath. We still have double Lancers. We have double Wraith now. And the Immortals coming out from Mastermind? Ooh. So we have Immortals for top right with 2 attack ups. Bottom right, no attack ups yet, but he does have that Task Star. That Task Star currently a level 2. And I think in order to keep up with the Infestor, he's going to have to probably level 3, level 4 it pretty soon. Or just get really high upgrades on the Immortals. The race already coming in, dealing a lot of damage, and meanwhile there's a lot of back and forth going on from SeexySauce and Relic. It's pretty much Stalker versus Stalker right now. We'll see if either one of them decides to go with Lancer. I think they both actually got the upgrade. Yes, they did. So we have dual Lancer right now, and Mastermind we have dual Immortal going on from right side. So left side dual Lancer, right side dual Immortal. With Wraith, I mean, everything seems to be very symmetrical almost, with the same units coming out from everyone. The only ones that's being kind of the oddball are the Goliaths and the Destroyers. So actually top right will be able to counter the Goliaths a little bit. I think even Destroyers do a little bit of a counter to the Lancers, if don't quote me on that. I don't have the graph in front of me, but I think they do at least a little bit. But that Infestor is really just game-changing it for sure, with the defense matrix going down. And I talked about it before about using the defense matrix on all the units, and AdolphCaesar is again doing it here. He must not have watched my video where I said stop doing that, because you really shouldn't. You should try to micro it out as much as possible. Unless the Infestor is doing that on you, then go ahead and pop that for sure on all the units. But just trying to micro a little bit of the defense matrix will go a long way. You'll be able to stay in the fight a lot longer. Fungal growth does go down on Bluesky's units, and SeexySauce coming in with a lot of... He's got a big supply. 3 attack ups currently. No attack ups for the Goliaths yet, but 3 ups on the Lancers. Yeah, big Blinken. They're doing a lot of damage, but he could have overextended himself right there, being cut off right there on that little choke point, that little lip on the ramp. And there we go. See, again, my gosh, stop doing that. AdolphCaesar, you're a much better player than that. You don't need to abuse that defense matrix in a negative way. And hopefully Mastermind will be able to play a little bit smarter than that. I think he's a good player and will not follow suit and just waste that defense matrix. Looking at the supply tabs right now, 400 supply in Wraiths for Grayson against 500 from Ice, and he has 1 armor up against 1 attack up. So we'll see how this shapes up. Actually, I think Grayson has the higher supply, 385 to 362, and here we go back and forth. So unless that Corruptor can get in there and do some action, I think Ice was poised to lose that, but actually Grayson did lose a little bit of that. So yes, I am streaming. Yes, sir. And just want to make sure that I am. Can you check for me to see if it's coming through? I think it is, and if you guys happen to be watching, since obviously this busy shit doesn't seem to want to work, just go ahead and shoot me a message, even though it does distract me. I don't care, I just want to make sure that the stream is coming through for you guys. That way I know that it's recording and everything is coming through nice and clear. So looking at the scores real quick, AdolphCaesar still with a good lead. HotSauce not that far behind though. And it looks like SeexySauce is doing very well. HotSauce and SeexySauce. Overall, Bluesky is a little bit behind. And okay, stream is good. That is good to hear. Thank you guys for tuning in. And HotSauce, I think the sauces right now are currently in the lead. Not too far behind though would probably be Ice and Master. with Grayson. Grayson would be in 4th, and AdolphCaesar and Bluesky would be in 3rd. So overall, the Sauce is taking control, and I like seeing the Lancer and Goliath play with the Fester. That's really good. The Infester's really changing it up, and I would like to see maybe an Overseer or something. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit choppy, and the reason for that is 1080p. If you guys don't have a very strong internet, it's going to come out kind of crappy for you guys, which I do apologize. There's not a whole lot I can do about that, though. It's really on your end, guys. I do have, I think, like 30 down, 30 up for internet, so I can stream at 1080p. But if it's too much, it just doesn't come across. And see, look at this, my gosh, I'm gonna rant about this all day. Just using the defense matrix on so many of these units, it's like, gosh, crappy, poopy. Stop doing that. You got to play better than that, buddy. You're frickin' AdolphCaesar. You should know better. But it seems to be working for him. I mean, despite using all the defense matrix on all those units, it's, I don't know. And I'm getting so distracted by all these comments, but that's okay. Thank you guys for whispering. Let's just take a step back again, looking at the points. AdolphCaesar still in first, surprisingly taking a huge lead. I mean, did he kill a hero here or something? The Tassadar is gone. He must have killed the Tassadar. See, I get so fucking distracted. And it just takes away from the game, and I don't like that. I wish I had a better focus, but unfortunately I don't. And here we go. Let's see. Ice now at 600, 700 supply against... stop messaging me. Against 600 supply for Grayson. And I think if Ice decides to engage with Grayson, he might be able to come out on top. He does have to be worried about these Lancers, though. 3 ups currently, no ups on the Immortal. That's because he does have that Tassadar. Tassadar currently at level 2, though. That's really interesting. And I'm going to take a sip of this tea. Hopefully it doesn't burn my mouth. Yes, it did. Oh my gosh, that is so hot. But it will help. Hopefully I'll be able to continue casting without any issues. Top right side, though. Meanwhile, oh, a Fungal is going down on the on AdolphCaesar's units, and those Immortals are so beefy, though, able to take a whole bunch. And Dynamite Whispering say, give me a free win later. Yeah, I'll join your team and we'll play, and I'll probably get you a free win. Bottom right side, Mastermind coming in. Force Field does go down, trying to trap Relic's units. He is pushing forward. A stim going down on Relic. He decides to blink out for now, and Grayson nowhere to be found. I think Mastermind was able to capitalize on that fight and ended up winning outright. Relic, though, doing fairly well, able to keep up. And a Savior coming down from, who was that? That was Grayson, a Desperation Savior, and Mastermind. Great retort. He sensed it, and I think he actually got out of there in time. A Blinken coming in from Ice. Ice, you don't want to fight both of them at the same time. And here we go. Get your Corruptor in that. You could probably win. Storm going down. There you go. You don't even need a Corruptor at all. Storm going down. That is exactly what he needed there. And wiping out Grayson. That was great. And he said, Immortals wrecked me. And I didn't even watch what was going on. There was so much going on bottom left that I was not paying attention. Blinken from Relic. He is going to be able to take this tower. And he's saying that's for cheating on Caesar. I have no idea what they're talking about. Now he's finally using a little bit of micro. There we go with the defense matrix. Finally seeing that. That's exactly what we need to see. Bluesky, though, he's really low on the points. And I'm not sure how this is going to translate. I mean, with only one attack up. Maybe he needs to go after the Goliath on left side, but HotSauce and SeexySauce have such a high score. I mean, really, there's nothing he can kind of do about it. He's a little bit sandwiched here as far as the points cap is concerned. I don't know how he's going to pull this around. And in fact, his units are kind of trapping AdolphCaesar. If he's trying to be like cannon fodder, that's kind of what it seems like he's being. He needs to do a little bit of scoop micro. That way the Mortals can get in, deal some damage. And even the Immortals are doing a great job damaging those wraiths. And yeah, I mean, oh man, Bluesky. He did make a little bit of money there, but he's pretty far behind, folks. We'll see if he's able to cash in and make something happen. getting a little bit trapped from Caesar's units. Trying to be aggressive. They do have a good concave, though. SeexySauce and HotSauce getting this around. There was a fungal growth going down the defense matrix, trying to prevent the damage from that fungal growth, and it actually is very effective. They need to get out of there, though. His supply is dwindling now. It's down to 350, dropping now to 280. And the ice deciding to come in with those race actually pushes back SeexySauce, an opportunist indeed. And Relic, his unit supply is down to 231, Grayson at 286. They're going to have to wait for quite a while before they can get back in the game. Huge storms going down on HotSauce's units, and SeexySauce trying to come in here and do something, but it's just too little too late. And HotSauce is going to have to retreat for now. He's down to 141. He got totally glass cannoned. Speaking of, Grayson also got glass cannoned earlier. My gosh. Great pickup by Ice. Those storms were beautiful. It was a nice thing to see. And here we go. AdolphCaesar trying to come out with his commanding presence at 6,659, and he's doing it all without a hero. Currently 6 ups right now. Damage 56. Oh my gosh, that's just so crazy. And I think he has the pew pew ups. I should be able to see it. I'm not sure. I used to be able to see what was going on even in here with the hero upgrades and whatnot, but now that has been blurred out. So I can't really see if he has those the Mark compound upgrades or not. Again, using defense matrix just too much, not microing it like he should, and I think he's just missing out. I think with a little bit better defense matrix micro, he's going to have a lot higher score. And in fact, gosh, he's still so high up, those 6 attack ups. And are they all going into attack? I feel like he has some hit point upgrades. And possibly even getting some marine upgrades. I don't see it yet, but again, if it's messed up, I won't be able to see it anyways. Ice now with almost perfect supply. He's getting close to that 800 supply cap. Grayson, half that with 473. And that's going to hurt him because Ice is going to be able to dominate in any fight unless he can get something to supplement. And really, the Ravens just are not that effective because of the evasion. So I don't know what he's planning on doing here. I know what I'm planning on doing here. I want some of this tea. I need it to cool down. I put it in a glass mason jar rather than putting it in a coffee mug. So it's not doing too well as far as cooling down. And speaking of cooldown, Bluesky seems to be cooling off with a little bit of lag. And hopefully he doesn't get kicked. I mean, he's going down 42, 41, 40. And that's going to put AdolphCaesar actually in a pretty good position, I think. And even SeexySauce saying, yeah. And I even joined in a little bit. Guys, typing on the screen really doesn't do anything. It doesn't make the other person lag out or anything. So, but yeah, telling Grayson to stop. Shh. Goose Fraba. Grayson 1 2 1 2 2 2 1 3 3 3 1 1. For real though, Kim. Let's just chill out. Can I even click drop? Oop, I hope I didn't contribute to the drop. Oh no, did I just vote him out? I hope not. I was just clicking that to have fun. But no, sure enough, Bluesky is out, and that actually brings AdolphCaesar's points up. He's now at 600 minerals, and he's gonna have double income now. Currently in the lead. I mean, this could be really interesting. And whoa, big fungal going down on Ice. Oh my gosh, could he get one more fungal out? He's getting 2 attacks going on from Grayson and Ice at the same time. Currently, Mastermind in the middle. He's getting everything from Ice or from Relic right now. Grayson now coming in to try to kill off the rest of Mastermind's units, and Mastermind losing a bunch of supply there. Ooh, he got glass cannon hard, son. 100 mineral supply now, 91, 73. He's just getting taken out, 61. Oh, that is just ouchy. Even the HotSauce is trying to get in and do something. But wow, oh my gosh, Mastermind is going to have to wait forever for that supply to kick in. And TryHrd, though, level 5, I mean, he could make something happen. Ice down to 500 supply, and Grayson trying to fight right now. And, okay, cool. Thank you. And so it looks like Bluesky was, in fact, taken right out. His internet could have cut out. His computer could have cut out. We don't really know. Stay tuned. We'll find out. Hopefully, Spider can let us in on what happened. Maybe Bluesky is going to be like, fuck, I can't believe that happened. I crashed. But in any case, I think that's just going to help Caesar out. I mean, again, dude, buddy, stop using your defense matrix like this. This is making me so pissed. Please stop doing that. See, you could have defense matrices right here. You could actually pull some of your front line back, and this is just poor play. Adolph, I love you, buddy, but I really think if you're going to keep going Immortals, which I've seen you do in other games, stop wasting your defense matrix like that, please. Please stop doing that. Please stop. Just please stop. Stop. Stop right now. Please stop. Meanwhile, there was a little bit of back and forth going on from Grayson and Relic against bottom right. Not a whole lot. Oh my gosh, he's still doing it again. Even the guys back here. What the fuck? These guys aren't even in the battle. Stop wasting your fucking defense matrix. Whatever, I'm not playing the game. It really shouldn't matter, but it's just so frustrating to see sometimes, and whatever. Whatever. What do I know? I'm just a caster, right? Stop using your motherfucking defense matrix. Swear to Christ. Swear to Christ, especially you. I don't know why, but I don't like you. Right there. Anyways, so stop using that defense matrix like that, buddy. You're just wasting it. But currently in the lead, though, 7,995. Going to be in the 8,000 club here pretty soon. And we'll see if Adolph decides to push in on one of these guys. I think maybe top left might not be the best idea, but bottom right he could possibly do some damage to. Maybe force a savior. Bottom left already used a savior. And let's just take a look real quick. Top right even used a savior. HotSauce, I'm not sure when he used to save. And we really need a notification on when that happens. Bottom right still has both of their saves. So perhaps fighting top left wouldn't be a bad idea at all. If you can get both saviors to be used before the 30-minute mark, that could be huge. Raven coming out for SeexySauce. And look at this. HotSauce getting into position. Big fungal going down on Grayson's units. He was not able to get the other fungal off. Was he? I think he might have. And, just barely able to escape. That was definitely close. Meanwhile, Storm's going down on AdolphCaesar's units. Surprisingly, he's not wasting his fucking defense matrix again, it seems. Holding off now in favor of just abusing the overcharge, which I think is a good idea. Get that splash going. Is a lot of fighting going on from Relic with SeexySauce. I think SeexySauce has the better micro, but I think Relic might have the better supply. Looking at it, no, actually, Relic is losing. Oh no, Relic, get back. I think SeexySauce having the high ground was able to win that fight. And oh no, the fungal going down. I think the fungal should have been reserved for Grayson's units, though. A fungal does go down, and Grayson, oh no, get out of there. What are you guys doing? For the last few games, doesn't it seem like Grayson and Relic have just been kind of like a feed, it seems. These teams really working hard to kind of get in the minds of Grayson and Relic. And I think it's working. I mean, everybody just knows exactly what's going on, and they're being very effective. Medibabe almost being taken out there, and okay. So ask them to stop and then resume. I don't know if they will, but I'll ask. So Bluesky is wondering if you guys would be willing to stop playing and resume from when he was kicked. That's a big no. That's unfortunate. So Bluesky, if you want to, at least you can finish watching. And Relic saying, nah, it's just going to take a long time. We'll just do another after the game. But, I mean, if you are watching, though, at the very least, your partner is doing very well. He's about 2,000 ahead of everyone else currently, maybe about 1,000 ahead of Ice and Mastermind. So as long as he can keep that supply up, I think he's going to do quite well. And a Commando coming out. Whoa, I didn't even see this Commando. Commando level 2. Tastar currently at level 7. He's going to be so close to that Archon. In fact, he's only 1,000 away from being able to do the Archon Warp. And let's see how far away the Infestor is. The Infestor is level 5. It has 2 more levels to go. And oh my gosh, AdolphCaesar. Bluesky, please whisper your partner and tell him to stop fucking using that stupid goddamn defense matrix on all of his units. He needs to, because look at this. Now that he's used it, he's getting totally rolled. If he would have microed it better, he would have had all of those units left still. But instead, he just blows it. Stop pressing F2, stop pressing D, and just micro. If you have a few units in front taking damage, use the defense matrix. Then whenever you need to, if the units in back are getting attacked, then you use the defense matrix. You're blowing it, buddy. You could be at probably 10,000 right now if you hadn't fucked up like that. And that's, it's been all game I've seen it except for one time. And that's so unfortunate. Just gotta stop doing that. SeexySauce deciding to get a nice little siege breaker for the middle, and I think that's to anticipate some attacks because HotSauce did use one of his saviors. And whoa, we do have the Archon finally morphing in because we are at the 30-minute mark. The Commando coming. Wait, Commando entering the field? It must have died. I didn't see it die. Who killed that? Wish I could see it. Well, it could have even been Mastermind for all we know. And looking at the supply, Grayson now at 601 supply, Relic at 279 though. So Grayson does have his supply up. He could possibly do something to HotSauce's units. Relic trying to be cost effective, 243 supply, but he has to keep the supply up because Ice with big supply ups right here at 776, he could just destroy Grayson if not careful. And Seeker missiles did come down. And whoop, he didn't kill anything actually. 710 supply still. Race just have really great ability to dodge. It's a 50% chance, and it really comes off. I mean, like it's great against the AOE that the Ravens have. So not so much with mutas. Mutas you have to be more micro intense, but Race can pretty much just kind of brunt the entire damage, and that evasion has a big chance of protecting all of them. And in fact, it did. For the most part, it did really well. So we have 790 supply almost. There we go, 98 against 722. But with the Blinken by Relic, he is going to have to back out here for now. But no, in fact, decides to fight. He's currently at 3 ups against 4. And I think Grayson actually has better damage. But Ice did have good position. And he needs to get that Medibabe in there to heal up those units. His units are actually really weak. Meanwhile, there is a lot of back and forth going action from AdolphCaesar and HotSauce. And I think HotSauce is going to be able to win it, though. He's got a really nice concave. That Mando does go invisible to try to get away. And Relic now is fighting against HotSauce and SeexySauce. Grayson looking to get into a better position. It looks like he wanted to go right after those Ravens. He's taking a lot of damage. We heard a snipe go off. I don't know who was sniped. And the Infestor is still there, though, so everything is good and well. And but he's got to be careful. AdolphCaesar is coming from the top side. He could make something happen. The Infestor is a little bit out of position, but Mastermind decides to come up from the right side and deal so much damage with his Archon. The Archon is finally out. The defense matrix, though, is actually preventing quite a bit of damage, but he did just totally get glass cannon there. He's down to 100 supply, and that's going to really hurt him. Big fungal growth going down on Ice's units, and I think that Infestor needs to hurry up and become a queen ASAP. Because now, with that Archon out, this is going to be really big trouble. And I think Mastermind is going to hit that 10,000 club very soon. And whoa, Bluesky's units are actually pushing out. He's kind of going all in. The Savior comes out from Ice, and he's dealing so much damage. It's like Bluesky just totally fed. I think top right is just intentionally feeding. And even Grayson's saying, what the fuck? And I kind of agree. What is he doing? That's kind of bad manners. Buddy, I mean, was he trying to go for that Archon, going all in? No, he's actually intentionally feeding. And I don't understand that. Why is he feeding? That's really just... I don't get it. But, I mean, Adolf saying that he was with a noob. Bluesky is far from noob. And I'm going to have to agree. That was really strange. He did. He just moved 800 Desi supplies into a Savior, and that just kind of tipped the balance. Don't think I agreed with that at all, and he's still doing it. No shit, I am feeding them. That is... I don't think I'm in favor of that. And anyways, just trying to get back in the game. There is some back and forth going on from Grayson. I'm actually still kind of upset about that, guys. That was not good. That was not good at all. Ugh. I don't like seeing that. I don't even have anything to say. Adolf just saying the 800 was totally on purpose. And now destroying his command center. That's really unfortunate to see in such a high level play. I'm sorry I'm not like talking more. I'm in shock because usually these players are really high level players. They're respectable players. And I understand that, you know, stuff happens in life and you're gonna rage. I've raged in games before too, but intentional feeding is not good. You don't do that in any style of play. Especially with these scrim matchups. That was just, man, you just don't do that. So guys, if you're watching at home, don't do what Adolf just did. That was, I just don't even know what to say. I'm gonna have to ignore it for now and just try to get my head back in the game. SeexySauce now at 625 supply, HotSauce at 468. They are, I believe, in second place. Grayson would be in third. Technically, Bluesky and Adolf in fourth now because of what happened. Ice and Mastermind is in first, I feel, just on points alone, but their supply is not very high, so they're going to have to make something happen. I mean, Ice does have a full supply of Race, but Mastermind does not have a full supply of Immortal, so he does have to be careful. The Infestor almost dying here. In fact, it's really low. It's 150 hit points, and that High Temple Archon almost sealing the deal. In fact, the Infestor even coming back for more. Grayson deciding to come in and try to do something against Ice, and he instead focuses the Medivac. He's going to lose his entire supply for a Medivac? And Grayson leaving the game. I think that was the right choice because that was the wrong decision. Strange plays coming out from these players, guys, and maybe Grayson just felt like he lost, but I felt like that was almost intentional feed too. Like, what are we seeing? Like, intentional feed number 2? What is going on here? This really is strange, but I don't get it. Bottom right is just getting so fed. I don't even know what to say, guys. I do apologize. Like I said, I have no idea what to even say. I'm flabbergasted. And Relic decided to stay in the game. Man, this is crazy. So we have a leaver so far. Grayson deciding to leave. Bluesky unfortunately dropped, and AdolphCaesar just kind of blowing the units away. Both CCs are down now, and deciding to stay in, I guess, for a little bit of BM, because now they won't be able to go to SD until he leaves. If Relic is now taken out. Really interesting play. Seeker missiles do go down on those Race, and wow, actually able to take them out. The invasion did not work in that instance. And the Sauces are kind of getting trapped a little bit. They overextended themselves a little bit. Bluesky actually coming in with AdolphCaesar, trying to deal a little bit of damage before they have to go, and in fact goes into feed bottom left. Going to be intercepted though by Mastermind, trying to capitalize on it, and it doesn't look like he was actually able to kill anything. And is the Infestor still out? I don't see it. Let's see if it is going to be revived. There it is. So it must have been killed. And I don't know who got the kill on that. I'm assuming it was either Ice or Mastermind because their points are pretty high. But that could have been from the intentional feeds, so who really knows? And I think for the most part, it's going to be a matchup between the Sauces and bottom right's Mastermind and Ice. And with Ice's really great control on his air, mixed with the Overseer and the Medivac, it's going to be very difficult for top left to be able to do anything until they get a queen. And it's the queen is not quite out yet, so it's still going to be at least, you know, a good 5 minutes before we're even going to see the queen, and that's going to put HotSauce in a really bad position. He might not even decide to go queen. He could just stay at a level 7 infester and just try to capitalize on the fungals, build up his Goliath army, and that could in fact be the correct choice. Lancer's currently at 8 ups. The Eraser at 4 and 6, my gosh, with a lot of hit point upgrades, 539, but the Storms are just so damn powerful. Big blink in, he could possibly get it. There is a fungal growth that goes down on the High Temple Archon, and look at this Grayson trying to come in. Will he be able to do it? And the High Temple Archon does go down. Who ended up getting that final kill? I think that was Relic. I think with the Blinken, he was able to get that final kill, and that was beautiful play by Relic. Unfortunately, if Grayson just had stayed in the game, I mean, anything could have happened, so this was really just interesting. I mean, oh my gosh. Now at 1745 for Relic, we'll see what he decides to do if he continues upping those Lancers. 10 attack. So far, that's actually really nice. And finally, the Queen Fester is out. There is a little bit of a siege tank to kind of prevent any shenanigans from going on. But with Ice only having the race, he would have to destroy bases to even get inside of that base and do any damage. So for now, waiting for that High Temple to come back out, I think that's exactly enough time he needs for the Queen, and that's going to be the correct choice. Relic now going against Ice, Grayson trying to keep SeexySauce back. I think that's pretty much a distraction while Relic goes to town. And Relic is going to back out for now. Oh, thank God, tea. I love you. Ah, delicious, warm tea. Ah, warming my insides, making me feel so nice. You know that warm feeling that you get, guys, when, like, I don't know if anybody of you out there lives around snow or anything like that, but you know how when you go outside it's freaking freezing, and you go inside and you have that, it's so warm you kind of get that melting feeling. That's what tea does. It's so nice. Yamato Cannon charging up, and oh no, he missed. I thought he actually had a lock on some of the race, and that would have been a really nice thing to see. Very long range. And you know, I've seen players kind of do that, like mock Yamato Cannon, where they actually attack one of their own to try to get the splash damage dealt. I've never seen it work, and I don't know if somebody did it in a high level game and it just happened to work, or they think it works, but I've never seen it connect. I've never seen it work, and even when it does the splash damage, it doesn't hurt anything. So they might just be wasting energy. I wouldn't do it, guys. And in any case, wow, this is just so strange. I can't believe that if you're just now tuning in, what happened was AdolphCaesar actually fed bottom right a little bit. I don't know if it was intentional or not. We're actually kind of in a little bit of a debate. He's saying that he A-moved to try to get into to bottom right space and actually go for the Archon. But if he A-moved, he's not targeting the Archon. He would be targeting any units that are out in front. So I feel like it was just totally intentional. Even though the Archon did take a lot of damage, he was out front. And it dropped him down quite a bit. I mean, that had to have been intentional feed. That just doesn't make any sense. And so now, we do have the Queen coming out. HotSauce is now ready with the Queen. We do have the Archon, so it's pretty much Battle of the Gods. Right now, we have two very high-level heroes. The Archon has been out a lot longer, so he could have some higher attack ups. It does 372 damage per tick. And the Fungal does 280, so right now the Archon is a little bit more powerful. It also has that corruption, or that mind control ability. So we'll see who's going to win this. The Fungal Growth is going to go down on Ice's units. The Overseer taken out. The Medibabe going to be taken out too. Oh, just barely escapes. And the High Temple Archon did back out. He didn't want to get too involved, as there is an Overseer now for SeexySauce. And getting into position is SeexySauce blinking up to the high ground. And I think for now, the Sauces are going to take the middle position. Ice, though, he has so much money. I think he really capitalized on these race, bringing down bottom left supply very low. And that just made him so much more powerful. 5 defense ups and 8 currently on the Wraith. In fact, we might even see some upgrades on the Marines eventually, since Marines are very good against the Queen Fester if you can get a blink. But he could just instead favor the race, go for an Overseer, and just fly right in and try to deal damage. We've seen him try to deal with a Queen before with air, he does play a little defensive, but now that that there is a Archon for Mastermind, maybe he will be a little bit more aggressive. So the Sauce is now gearing up to do a little bit of damage from bottom left, and there's one Savior. Is there an anti-hero tower? No, there is not. So Grayson, feeling the wrath of the Sauce, with fungal growth going on there, but not dealing enough damage. There's only 3 attack ups right now, so it deals 310 damage, quite a bit behind from the Archon, currently with 6 ups on the Immortals. So I don't know how many. I wish they had like an attack up counter, at least something, even though the High Temple Archon cannot attack. And the Sauce is asking, why did he quit? So just trying to explain a little bit why Grayson might have left, and it could have just been rage. Not really quite sure. It could have been a disconnect for all we know, so hopefully I'm not saying the wrong information. But in any case, Grayson did leave, and I mean, that could be why. Could just be coincidence. 4 attacks up for Grayson's units. They're just not anywhere near as strong as Ice, so he's going to have to be careful. I mean, at the very most, what is he going to be able to do? I think Relic and Grayson's units, I mean Relic in general, is just going to kind of be stuck. I mean, what can he do? He might be able to get a blink in if he had an Overseer. I think he's working on Marines, which could be a good choice, but it's going to take him a long time. And at SD, with only 1 unit production, he might not have the supply. 800 versus 1600, especially being far behind, is not going to favor him at all. Mind control. I love seeing the mind control. The Wraiths are doing a lot of damage. In fact, Wraiths do counter Lancers, so technically that's great play by the High Temple Archon. Ice deciding to try to go in, make something happen. He's only lost 100 in supply. In fact, Grayson's supply is dwindling, and now Relic's supply even as well. The Overseer coming in from SeexySauce. Actually, no, Ice was able to get the preemptive contamination on the Overseer, and that was beautiful play. HotSauce trying to come in with big fungals. Actually, he does get some really good fungals down, killing a lot of supply. A lot of those Immortals going down, and look, they just look so weird when they're dead. Look at that. He kind of looks like Wally a little bit. Or have you guys ever played Clay Fighters for Sega? That's almost kind of what it looked like. It looked like a Clay Fighter. And SeexySauce and HotSauce still have a huge supply advantage. So with SD coming up in about 13 minutes, they might be able to keep control. Relic supply is just hurting so bad, now at 240, with Grayson at 176. So I feel like either top left or bottom right is going to be able to take out bottom left pretty soon, especially if they destroy bases. They don't even have base defenses right now. And Ice needing to be careful. We are seeing more aggression, though, out of Ice than we did before. Let's see how he uses that Overseer. There is a force field, and the Queen trying to be aggressive against Ice's units. Ice able to maintain control of the Xel'Naga Tower. Let's just look at Grayson's cam's not going to show anything, but Ice, we'll see what he sees, and he does in fact have control of the tower. And looking over at HotSauce's view, we'll see what he can see. He actually has great view of everything that's going on. Valor saying that he thinks that the Archon just died. Did it actually just die? Oh my gosh, I think it did. In fact, Ice coming in, trying to deal damage back, and I think he got the Queen. Oh my gosh, I think we just saw the Queen and the High Temple go down. Yes, in fact, both players losing. In fact, Mastermind with a higher supply right now, I think, than HotSauce, or SeexySauce. Yes, indeed. But Ice losing a ton of his units trying to get that Queen. Great pickup, though, by Ice. 16,593, 14,586 from Mastermind. So, Valor, thank you for letting me know. My gosh, I didn't even see that go down. I was just trying to play with the player cams, because now I can switch between visions to see what's going on, and then now I can switch back for everyone. But missing the Queen death, and I really hope that Jocelyn can put in a little animation whenever someone dies. And whoa, HotSauce looking in, trying to kill this starport. I think he's going to be able to do it. But no, actually Relic using the save that was his final save And oh no, now top left is going to be in a big position where they could possibly lose it. If Mastermind knew about this, he could possibly go in and overwhelm them before the queen is able to come out. There isn't even a queen in the revive at all because he just lost that huge supply. And he's actually going to get the Archon out before he can get out his queen. And oh no, top left is in a terrible position right now. And yes, SeexySauce saying that makes him so mad because I think he was hoping to pick off the starport in order to revive his queen, and now he's not going to be able to. And Rainer saying that he was doing good, and Adolf being a little bit of a dick. And yeah, indeed, maybe he was. And sure. Yeah, I don't mind, Valor. Please come on over aboard. And now that he doesn't have the money to get this queen back, great mind control. I love seeing the mind controls. Thank freaking God. Beautiful mind controls. I love it. So now, with top left not being able to get out that queen, I really think that they're just in a huge pickle right now. And, where is that? Where is it? Where's that high temple? I need to see where the high temple is right now. There it is. It's getting so low. Relic and Grayson might be able to pick it off, and he does. Oh no, he might have just lost it here. And I think SeexySauce will be able to now come in and take over bottom left. I don't know if he sees that. I don't know if he knows if it's gone or not. But I think he has an inkling. Scans do go down, and if he doesn't see this Archon anywhere, they might just pull the supply right here and just go straight for bottom left, which I think would be the right choice. I mean, Mastermind stuck at only 150 supply, Ice at 336 against 511. Even HotSauce, oh, HotSauce is actually really low at 108. But with Ice not being able to go in because of these towers, I think they would be uncontested, and hopefully SeexySauce sees this, and hopefully he goes in and makes something happen. There we go. A scan does go down. He cannot see anything there, so what is he going to do? What is he planning on doing? Is he going to go all in at bottom left? I really think he should. I think he should go for it, and I think he could do it. Here we go. We could be seeing the end of bottom left. Is he going to blink in and kill off the rest of these race? I think he could do it. Go. Blink in. Blink in. And he doesn't. In fact, he lets them go. And I don't know if this is going to be the correct choice. I think he's just cautious. He's waiting for that queen to come out. And while he's waiting, I'm going to drink some more of this delicious, incredible tea. Oh yeah. That's right. Hits the stuff right there. Sits in your tummy and feels oh so good. Yeah, that's right. God, I love tea. It's got a little bit of that lemon in it, some honey. Very good. This is green tea though, so it totally tastes like shit. But the honey really makes it a lot better. Green tea is just not very flavorful. Not to me anyways. So let's look at the scoreboard really quick. Ice and Mastermind dominating with about a 4,000 point lead over the leader for HotSauce, or for the sauces, SeexySauce at 14,336, and he's at a 4,000 lead with 18,824. There is a nice blink, and he's trying to go for the Ravens, putting out defense drones and losing his entire supply. SeexySauce, that was a really good pickup, and now you guys have it. Oh my gosh, you guys need to go in and finish bottom left before this Archon comes out, because Ice losing all that supply there, that puts you in a great position, and I think this is great. Going Temple Zealots, I mean, he had good control with air, but I think this is the right choice. Unfortunately, I mean, the race do counter Lancers, but not Goliaths. And I love seeing these Temple Archons. The only issue that I have with it is the fact that they're not quite as mobile as the race. And with the Queen is going to be able to fungal them. So unless he's planning to go for a Marine-style play, he's going to have a hard time here. He is upgrading the Marines, but they don't have any range, which is really important, and they don't even have the hit point upgrade either. So all that is going to play a factor. This is a critical moment. He has the money to do the switch, but I don't think he had enough money currently. He's at 790, and we'll see what he plans on doing. He could just be rushing possibly the rapid fire upgrade. He is going to need to get at least one range upgrade, possibly even rushing the blink, which is something he's going to need. Rapid fire, though, does really good against the Lancers, really good against even Goliaths, too. Rapid fire is just an overall incredible upgrade. What am I even saying? But against this queen, it is going to be tough. And both sides just really being kind of inactive, allowing for the supplies to rebuild. And I think that the hot sauces are kind of missing out on opportunities. Keeping bottom left alive might be smart because you'll be able to kill, their supply and keep your money going. But the same thing applies for bottom right. Bottom right can attack bottom left anytime too and build up their supply. So it's really anyone's game, and I think the better idea would have been for SeexySauce to finish it, but instead electing for bottom right to refill on their supply. And look at this, 606 now for Mastermind. Even Ice is building up with 611, 619 now, even with those changelings coming down. Changelings, he does use changelings very well. And see, that's the way you maximize on using your Overseer. You don't let the energy build up too long, and I love seeing that. That's great play. But the changelings were discovered. Really using a fungal on them? I think that was a little overzealous right there. You don't need to do that, bud. But he possibly could have put down even a fungal on Ice's units. I mean, the Overseer is low on energy. I'm sure he saw that. He's nowhere near enough for a Contaminate. That's going to be a while before he can get that up. Still has 20 more energy to go. And now 10 more energy. See, I mean, that was a good solid like 10 seconds, 15 seconds where there was no way he was going to get contaminated. Currently 5 ups right now on the queen. And we'll see, is he going to go for it? Oh no, the Fester is contaminated. Even the feedback going down, it's got to run away. It's got to get out of there. There we go. Storms are coming down. SeexySauce is losing a lot of units. In fact, the supply is just dwindling. It's melting away. Those temples are actually being really effective. Mastermind with the stim comes in. The big storms going down all over these units. What are they doing? They got to get out of there. Guys, you just got your asses handed to you. I'm sorry, but you got totally glass cannoned, being a little bit too aggressive with that queen. And here, see, now the supply is going right to bottom right. And really, Sauces, I think you had it, guys. I think you should have killed off bottom left when they only had 300 supply in total. Bottom right had like 300 supply in total, and you were sitting on a whopping 600 with your queen. And I think you just lost on a beautiful opportunity. So we'll see. This is going to be a close matchup, but guys, I think, let's be real. Bottom right should have this game, as long as there are no big mistakes made. And Raynor is raging, but really I don't think it's justified. I think you guys just missed out on an opportunity. It really wasn't Adolph. I mean, let's just be honest here. Let's address the elephant in the room. Mastermind saying he was second place at the time. And yeah, I think I might have to agree. I don't think it was just Adolph, and no, actually Team 4 had a 1,000 point advantage at the time. So just trying to clear the air. I mean, Adolph was in first overall, but bottom right was second, I believe. Not saying that HotSauce and SeexySauce was not doing bad. I mean, they were doing great. And here we go. Oh no, contaminated again. And is he going to lose this? It's really close. 800. There is the clutch heals going down, but he's not going to be able to use that fungal until he gets some energy. And is it going to be enough? He only has enough for one fungal. Get that fungal down, buddy. No, in fact, he's doesn't have it. What is he using it on? I didn't even see the fungal go down. Mastermind did lose some units there, but he's still at 530 supply. And top left just getting railed. High Temple Archon was contaminated back, but it didn't do very much. Perhaps Queen Fester does need to maximize the leech. I think you can use the leech on... I mean, obviously it works on buildings, but I don't think it just works on buildings. He could use it on the High Temple Archon. And that would actually be really effective. Maybe just because he's getting contaminated, though. He just doesn't have the opportunity. Ice being very effective with this Overseer. And I really think that switching from air was the right choice. Temple Archons are so... Or not Temple Archons, but Temple Zealots are really good. And I'm glad that he switched. SeexySauce just so low on supply, and HotSauce too. HotSauce definitely got glass cannon. Oh my gosh, he's 90 supply? That's just nuts. And, well, it just makes sense. Only 350 hit points. I think maybe he's investing a little bit too high on the Queen. Yes, the Queen does need attack, but I mean, I think his Mercs need a little bit more hit points. The Archon mixed in with these Immortals just do so much damage. 9 attack Immortals, 71 damage. Not to mention just the stopping power that Temple Zealots have. Or I'm sorry, just tanking ability. I mean, when I said stopping, I meant to be able to stop the damage. They tank like crazy. Able to take in damage minus the armor. So the reduction from the armor, you times that by 20% and they add 5 to it, and that really reduces the damage significantly. And so here we go. It is SD, and I really think Mastermind has this with Ice, because the supply is just not there. Bottom left does have a maxed out supply, but their points just aren't there. I mean, he's at 13,000, about the same as HotSauce, not very far behind. So I mean, anything can happen now. I mean, I'm interested to see what can happen, but if played right, Mastermind will be able to do this. And the only thing I could see is possibly Grayson with these air units could do a destroy bases, and if out of position, something could happen here. In fact, look at this, a contamination going on the High Temple Archon. In fact, if Relic could have blinked in, he might have been able to do something, but nothing happened. And usually around this time of the game, and I'm going to talk to you guys a minute just about the strategy. So what top left is doing is they have the Merc upgrades, and they do have the rapid spawn rate, which does increase your spawn rate by 20%. But at this time, you need to have Marines. You need to have Marines coming out, and you need to have your mercenaries coming out. They both need to have compound upgrades. The reason for that is because if you lose supply, let's say if top left lost 400 supply, bottom right lost 400 supply. If bottom right has Marines producing as well, they're going to get to 800, while top left will be at 600, just because they have double the production, because the Marines are coming out. So getting Marines, guys, is very important, especially around SD. Bottom left has Marines production, bottom right has Marine production, but top left does not. And that's just going to put them in such a bad position. I mean, yes, he does have a Queen, and really all he needs is just a strong mercenary supply. Yeah, I get it. But look, HotSauce is stuck at 54 supply. I mean, he's got nothing. If he had Marines or some, like, even just low attack Marines, something to deal damage, I don't know, getting stim on them, maybe putting some hit points, just something to act as a buffer in between these Lancers, because right now they just don't have it. And look at this, getting surrounded, Ice just being able to do so much damage. The Queen was able to burrow, and is it going to be able to escape? No way, no way. And the heal, oh no, it doesn't. Oh my god, it escapes, and it's got to be seen by Grayson. How does Grayson not see that in Grayson? Yes, finally getting it. And Mastermind saying, Queen is in your base. And HotSauce saying, shut the hell up, buddy. That was actually really good. I don't think he even knew that the Queen was in the base. Maybe just a little bit out of the range of the missile turrets. But, hey, good pickup from Relic. And, you know, I commend Relic for staying in, trying to see if he can make something happen. But let me just go back to the point that I was trying to make. Because he doesn't have Marines coming, look at this. His supply is taking so long to build back up. 150 supply, are you kidding me? It's been, what, like 3 minutes since anything happened against HotSauce's units, and he's at a massive 150 supply. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. So, late game, guys, it's very important to start putting in your Marine production again. Start upgrading, get at least stim, something, and put some hit points in them. So that they can act at least as a shield, I guess, for your high level mercs. You really don't need to be spending 800 minerals on one attack upgrade when you can be buffing up those Marines and having a double supply. It's very important, so hopefully you guys can watch this and learn. Top left, there was a situation where he just missed an opportunity of killing bottom left, and then the other missed opportunity, I feel, is just not having the Marines. And look at this, the Raven's just sitting back, not really being utilized, and that's just going to prevent more supply from SeexySauce, and it was wasted money, it seems, rather than investing in the Ravens, maybe should have invested in the Marines. That's just my thought. Because now ICE is investing in Marines, and it's really, really working. It's not even the High Templar that's being so OP. It's just the fact that ICE is able to build up a better supply. And he's going to be able to build up a better supply. Deciding to go in from bottom left, and bottom left could possibly be defeated here. It looks like the overpowered Grayson Icon is just not going to do it for them today. And GG, bottom left, the second team to be taken out. Your first team being Bluesky and AdolphCaesar. So ImNotGrayson, Relic, great game. And Relic, I commend you. You're doing so much better than you did in those previous games. There was a game where I totally raged at Relic and ICE. If you haven't already, check that out. And wow, so ICE able to come in and defend after killing bottom left. And they're still going on about Adolf, but really, in the end, it wasn't about Adolf. It was just some poor decision making, I think, from top left. So here we go, the final battle, and even SeexySauce still being a little bit of a prick, not letting them finish. This is hilarious. You know you've lost, though. Even a feedback going down on the command center, that's too funny. As the Archon is able to go through the force fields, and there we go, SeexySauce has left. So your winner, and GG! Mastermind and ICE are going to be able to take it here. 28,523, 24,557. That is incredible. ICE and Mastermind from TryHrd is going to be your victors for today, guys. I am Ragey Poo. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, do exactly what bottom right did. Set your opponents to easy mode. Till next time, thanks again. We're going to have more MA Masters for you next week. Thanks. Take care, guys.